main reason for existence is to train mid-career professionals from the developing countries. So even though we are hosted in Netherlands, we rarely have students from the Netherlands. It's a very interesting and enriching career to work there. My work is divided into 3 domains basically. I teach, obviously, being in education institute, and I supervise graduate students and do my own research, so education, research. And then the 3rd domain, we call it capacity development. We work very closely with partners from all over the world, especially from developing countries, and working together we try to support them in their dealings with water, how to overcome water problems, how to adapt to climate change, how to address pollution issues, how to deal with water organizations, and how to manage water, and so on. The biggest enjoyment of my work is meeting a very diverse set of people, because I'm based in Delft, but in a given year at least 10 to 12 times I get to go to various countries on short missions, where I work very closely together with local researchers and also local practitioners. We are not bringing something completely new from one place and trying to help people by saying that this is the solution. No, it doesn't work that way. It's more about, you sit down together, you pull all your experiences, your insights, and then together you come up with a solution. And that works quite often, quite well. And that keeps me running. Cultures in general are different, but when you go into a university, wherever it is, whether it's in Japan, whether it's in Sri Lanka or Australia or Netherlands, you feel quite the same, because people think quite similarly, despite of their cultural differences, despite of their day-to-day lives. When it comes to research, when it comes to education, there is a great degree of commonality. So wherever I go to work with academics, I don't see much of a difference, I belong to the research group in Netherlands called Flood Resilience Group, and some of my colleagues about 4 or 5 years ago visited Australia to visit the Monash University, and they met Professor Tony Wong, among other people, and there they came to an understanding, okay, if there's a future research activities that each of us are looking for partners, we will try to call each other. So then what happened was, when the CRC for water sensitive cities came, actually Professor Wong invited us to join as one of the overseas partners of the research project. That is how we started. Urbanization is increasing in a very, very rapid rate. So urban problems are not going to go away. Actually, they are going to be much more serious in the future. So I look at the activities that are being done in the CRC for water sensitive cities as a sort of setting the path for addressing these problems. Some problems are already apparent, and the other problems are not yet apparent. So even for the problems that we may encounter in the future, especially this is true for developing countries. Okay. This knowledge that we are generating within this program today might become relevant maybe 10, 15 years down the road. But this innovation is very important that we do it today, so that we are ready with answers for this problem.